Sunday, everybody, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, I'm Boho Nutrition. My Instagram handle is @boho_nutrition. My name's Rhiannon Lester. I'm a registered dietitian specializing in bariatric or weight loss surgery. I'm a nurse as well. And on this channel we talk about a variety of topics, all the way from nutrition, all the way to what celebs are doing. So if that is something that interests you, please hit subscribe and like. Alright, today we will be talking about what it takes to be a competitor and what to think about prior to competing. Like, don't just be like, yeah, I want to do a show that looks glam. It does, right? You see all the girls dressed nice, they've got their hair done, their makeup, it looks amazing. And then you also see them shoveling in the big cookies after. I'm totally guilty of it. But there's some things you gotta weigh prior to thinking and full sending that journey. It's not easy. And for some people, they might just want to bring, test themselves, bring what they can and see how far they can go with it. But they're not really ready to push all the way. Hey, if that's you and you're a first-time competitor, go for it. Make sure you do look into the coach that you might be using or what you're, planning on using to get to, the stage and be ready to present yourself on stage. Because there are some risks. There are. And just know that if you want to be competitive at a higher level, you're going to have to do some extreme shit. That's just the reality of it. So before you embark on this, see where you're at. Is this something you're really interested in? Are you okay with literally meal prepping and weighing out your food and making sure that you are on point with your diet? Do you have time to put in the work, Whether it be going to the gym or, hitting that cardio, whatever that looks like. For certain people, they don't have a lot of time, so they'll be using HIIT cardio. Whereas me, I have more time, and I don't really love HIIT cardio, so I am willing to walk for years, miles. I love that for my cardio. I really, truly enjoy it. So that is the route that I go with that. But just know there's going to be sacrifices, right? So there's going to be holidays during your prep. You're not going to be able to have, the normal foods that you would. It may take more planning, that meal prepping. And for instance, today is Father's Day. We're taking our fathers out to, it's called Robox. It's a German, brewery. They have all sorts of amazing food, like beer cheese and I don't really know. But awesome stuff. Cool. I'm not about to have that. No, I have to meal prep. I'm bringing my own. Am I embarrassed about it? No, I'm freaking proud. I love what I do. This is a choice. It is a luxury. But that's my choice. And as you go into this journey, that's something you got to think about. Do you really want to do that? Do you want to have to prep up all the time and limit eating out and decide what times, you can work it in, and just be really conscious about making decisions? That's something that you have to weigh prior to looking into this journey. Also, just know, for a lot of girls, as we get to stage leanness, it can lead to eating disorders, like binging after a show because you restricted so much on your prep. Now, I have fabulous coaches. I'm a dietitian. I do bring some knowledge to the table. I still binged after my first show. It just is what it is. I also am predisposed to that because I actually had an eating disorder and it was binge eating, and that was the issue. Emotional binging in high school. So I did, it just reared its ugly head after, restricting. And they weren't crazy about my prep. They were like, let's be gentle with it. If you plan on doing this long term, you want to be gentle so you don't burn yourself out that first round. You burn because you restricted too much, you starved yourself too much, you went too hard on that cardio, you went too hard at the gym. You literally never want to touch it again. And that's not the way it's supposed to be, right? You want to do multiple shows. You want to continue on this journey, hopefully. And you want to learn something while you're at it. So for first-time competitors, I don't recommend meal plans, ever. And I personally won't do it for anybody. I don't care whether you're a client or you are a patient of mine, because it teaches you nothing. If you are somebody who is more seasoned, you bring your own nutrition knowledge to the table, you're a competitor at a higher level, then okay. Take a load off, have somebody meal plan for you. That's fabulous. I don't work with them, so I don't have to worry about that. But for baseline, you should be gaining knowledge on this journey on what is in foods and how to balance your meals even on lower intake, how to volumize so you feel full, how to continue to be okay with food and not feel like you're so restricted and you're eating chicken, broccoli, and rice every meal for 12 weeks straight. I would also recommend a longer prep. So that way you don't have to be as extreme and intense. You can build healthy habits along the way. Is it going to look longer? Sure, yeah. I mean, I've been prepping since I think January for an October show. Am I getting finally kind of lean enough? Almost there. I have a while to go and quite a ways to go. I'm very short, so I know that I need to bring a much leaner, smaller, weight if I'm going to be lean enough to be competitive. And I'm okay with that. But are you? Prior to your journey, yes, it looks glam, it looks wonderful. But if you don't have some sort of baseline of, sustainable workout routine, you actually have time to put in the work, you want to meal prep for yourself, if you don't have those factors and you don't have the money maybe to get a good coach, maybe now is not the right time. But if you do, go for it. Why not? That's awesome. For that first show, myself, I was like, let me just try this. I mean, I don't know where I'll go with it. I was in nursing school. I was working full time. I had a part-time job on weekends. And I, was very honest with my coaches, and they still took me on. And they said, okay, well, we'll work within these limitations. We're going to do a nice long prep, things like that. This is how we're going to do it. And I asked a lot of questions as I came up with them so that I would learn along the way. I tried to, talk to teammates, watch their stories, learn from them, because it's a whole new ball game. You can be a dietitian and you don't have knowledge in every area. You can be a coach and not have knowledge in every area. So for instance, I specialize in weight loss surgery. I know weight loss surgery well. I love it. But when I started this journey, I knew nothing about bodybuilding, nothing about sports nutrition other than baseline that I got during school, and we didn't cover a lot of it. We covered, clinical nutrition, because that's honestly what they really geared dietitians towards. So I was accumulating that knowledge on this journey. So just weigh that. Weigh all of that. Are you ready to put in the work? Are you ready to meal prep? Are you ready to go to the gym? Are you ready to put in the money it takes? Not just for coaching, but for the show itself. You have to pay your fee to join whatever federation that you decide to compete with. You have to pay for, whatever classes you're competing in. I'm competing in 3 this year, and I think it was $60 a class. Just for this first show. The suit. Those suits are very expensive, and you want to get a nice one. You want one that actually fits and will properly show your physique, because what's the point? If you get something that's saggy, not right, doesn't even look okay on stage, like, you did all this work. You want to make sure that you're buying a suit that is appropriate for the work that you've done and whatever class you're competing in, figure, bikini, bodybuilding, physique, whatever. So yeah, going with a good brand, like I don't rep them at all, but I mean, like, I'm not sponsored or whatever, but Angel Competition Bikinis is where I got mine, and I love it. It's beautiful. It's still gorgeous for my first show, and guess what? I'm going to reuse it for the second show now, because in my season moving forward, because they're expensive, and these shows are already costing money, and then you've got jewelry. I'm going to do my own makeup and tan this year, just because it's going to be cheaper. But if you are somebody who's a first-time competitor, you might want to put out that expense, just so you know you're covered for that first show and you can learn from that. And that's exactly what I did. I took a look at what the makeup artist did, like, on me for my first show, and I watch YouTube videos, right? Like, I watch other competitors to see what they're doing and then actually learn from that. So that is really what it's going to take, like meal prepping when you go out. And I'll put up here at some point in this video what my meal prep looks like for Father's Day. And the cool thing about using like a macro distribution, not only just learning, is, you can actually eat things that you like in a variety. And you saw that meal that I just showed you guys. That is truly things that I enjoy. I make like these little seaweed burritos with my protein and my veggies, and I saute the mushrooms and the sugar snap peas with a little bit of onion powder, new salt, paprika, and I love it. Like, that is literally delicious to me. Maybe I'm weird, I don't care, but I enjoy that. And that is, something that's cool about macro tracking, is you learn about what has what has good protein content, what has, good carbohydrate content. What are some simple carbohydrates that you might want to include to keep, your fiber in check? What ones might you not want to include, for satiety reasons? Having that high protein might help you be full for longer. So those are all things that you'll learn on your journey. So it can be very, very, very cool. It's not a one-size-fits-all. And obviously there's different things for different people that are going to work, and different levels that they want to go to, whether it be, they have zero interest bodybuilding and they just want to be healthy and, eat balanced meals and things like that. And that's all dietetics, right? It's not a one-size-fits-all, and that's what I constantly say. One person may want to compete. One person has zero interest. And you can see where they're starting from, right? What's going on with them? Do they have high blood pressure? Do they have some sort of underlying, condition? Are they, interested in just, eating healthier and feeling better, having a better, well-rounded diet? Are they just looking to put on some lean body mass, to live longer, a healthier life? So those are all things. It's not a one-size-fits-all, and not everybody has to be interested in bodybuilding. So here it is. If you're looking to be a competitor, this is what it's going to take. It is what it is. Decide whether it's for you. All right, you guys. So have a great Sunday. Happy Father's Day. Please hit like and subscribe. And feel free to reach out at Boho_nutrition. That's my Instagram. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see.